What if I told you that the mind starts long before the memories, that you are not only a product of your past lives, but also your prenatal one? Imagine a world where pregnancy is not merely a biological process, but a spiritual homecoming, where the fetus is not just a passive recipient, but an active participant in its own development. Welcome to my channel. Here we explore the mysteries of consciousness, spirituality, and the hidden dimensions of our existence. And today, we are diving into a topic that challenges conventional thinking. Today, we will discuss whether or not babies are born with minds of their own, whether or not they have a memory of who they were before they were born. What if I told you that consciousness does not begin after birth? It does not emerge with language. It might not even belong to the brain. It may start here in the womb, where cells divide, hearts begin to beat, and a silent awareness begins to awaken. Pregnancy is more than biology. It is a sacred bridge between spirit and matter, between eternity and incarnation. Ancient Sufis spoke of the nafs, the soul, gradually forming in stages inside the womb, like a lantern being lit, layer by layer. But what if this isn't just poetry? Modern thinkers like David Chalmers call consciousness the hard problem. But what if it's not hard, just hidden? By the 8th week, the human embryo has already formed primitive structures of the nervous system. But is that enough for consciousness? Or is there an invisible field guiding this formation? Enter Rupert Sheldrake's Morphic field theory. The idea that life follows invisible patterns, memory fields that shape the body and the mind across time. Could it be that the mind of an embryo taps into this field before the brain is even fully developed? Science shows that fetuses respond to music, emotion, and even the mother's thoughts. These aren't just reactions. They may be early forms of awareness. The womb, then, is not an incubator. It is a temple of transmission. The mother is not just a vessel, but the first environment of consciousness. Every emotion she feels, every thought she carries, becomes part of the blueprint the baby receives, not only in DNA, but in vibration. Across traditions, the descent of the soul is seen as a sacred journey. Some Sufis say, the soul watches from above for the right moment and the right mother. Others believe we choose our parents through karmic resonance, a cosmic contract agreed upon before birth. What if the embryo is not becoming conscious, but rather receiving consciousness, not growing a mind, but opening a door for it? You may wonder, but can an embryo think not in words, but in light, in sensation, in presence? Perhaps we've been asking the wrong question all along. Not when does consciousness begin? When does forgetting begin? Because if forgetting is an illusion, then remembering is eternal. And if an unborn baby is connected to this eternal remembering, then it is never not conscious. Now let's explore this idea further. Fetuses, especially in the later stages of pregnancy, can be remarkably responsive to stimuli. They react to sounds, particularly their mother's voice and music. They exhibit preferences for certain tastes, too, which they'll later express through breastfeeding choices. And they can even distinguish between familiar and unfamiliar faces. But these responses aren't just reflexes. They indicate a level of perception and memory that challenges our understanding of fetal development. A study published in the Journal of Philosophy and Psychology suggests that fetuses develop a form of consciousness around 30 weeks into gestation. This aligns with Sufi beliefs that the soul begins to enter the body around this time, bringing with it memories and experiences from its existence before birth. Think about it. If we accept the possibility that consciousness isn't solely dependent on the physical development of the brain, then the timeline shifts. If the soul is the seat of consciousness and it inhabits the body from the moment of conception, then the notion of an early beginning suddenly seems arbitrary. We can't pinpoint the exact moment when the soul enters, because it always was there. It's like trying to find the first page of a book that has always been open. In essence, the concept of a pre-birth memory challenges the prevailing narrative of human development. It shifts our perspective from viewing life as a linear progression from unconsciousness to consciousness to recognizing that consciousness is always present, though sometimes obscured. Our journey through life then becomes a process of remembering who we truly are, not a journey of discovery. The recognition of our true nature has always existed within us, waiting to be remembered. I hope this video gave you a lot to think about. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and share if this resonated with you, and subscribe to stay connected to the mysteries of life. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Until next time, stay curious, keep an open mind, and remember, you are the author of your reality. Create the life you want by the way you choose to see the world. Thanks for watching.